Of course you're doing AI. It's a little bit like, do you have a website?
Is gonna be this technology like the internet, which will be everywhere.
Hello, Peter.
Hey.
Welcome to Greece.
Thank you.
Could you please let us know a bit about yourself?
Yeah, so I'm Peter, always been an entrepreneur. Some people might know me from my Rovio times. I was the Mighty Eagle. Then I've been doing many things. Actually, year before Angry Birds, I started Slush. So Slush is the biggest and best startup event on the planet. Takes place in Helsinki every year in November. And then, very active in the startup ecosystem in Finland and like the whole finest Bay Area. So if you look at our part of the world, we actually have now the highest number of startups per capita, highest number of unicorns per capita, and we have the highest amount of venture capital invested into local startups per capita in the world.
Really?
Yeah. So super happy about that, but I mean, we're only getting started. So now we're focusing on kind of like increasing the talent density, getting more, young, smart people to come to Finland, start their companies. So that's kind of like a big focus of mine.
And what would you suggest to a new entrepreneur when he wants to start up a new business?
I really think that you go out there and do it. I think that is like very, very important. And you learn so much more when you're doing things. So of course you can, try to make a perfect plan, but what tends to happen when you make a perfect plan is that the world changes and it's no longer perfect. So I think that's very, very important to go out there, do things, learn. So I always say that, don't think, do think. And what I mean by that is that you should go out there, do, then you learn from like your mistakes, because you will make a lot of mistakes, and then you can like go out there and do more.
We're living now in the era of AI. What does AI first of all mean to you?
We have a lot of companies, we're doing AI, of course you're doing AI. It's a little bit like, do you have a website kind of thing?
Yeah.
So AI is kind of like everywhere, and it's not even interesting that if somebody tells me that they are doing some AI stuff, then it's like, oh, I would be like very surprised if you said that, hey, we are not doing AI, we are not using AI, we are like making everything, I don't know, by hand or like, so I think that AI is, it's everywhere. So it's kind of like, becoming, just like normal, and of course there's AI, and like everything you build is kind of like utilizing AI, and of course that has been the case already for a long time. I mean, there's a lot of AI that we use every day. We don't always realize that, but I mean it's the case, and I think that maybe now because of again OpenAI, ChatGPT, like all of these things, now it's more of a hot topic, and like kind of like this kind of like core experience enabled by AI, and of course, and we're talking about here as well, so it's like everywhere. But I think that it's also one of these things that then it just becomes normal and part of everyday life, and then it's just like, yeah, of course, and we don't even remember. I mean, it's a little bit like now that we don't remember
when the internet started.
Yeah, exactly, or like
mobile phones.
I mean, we don't remember a time where you have to kind of like think about that you had to go to your house or your office to make a phone call.
Yeah.
And then and of course that changed like everything, but now it's just like, of course.
You are a historical figure around the gaming industry, yeah?
Yeah, I don't know, yeah.
Angry Birds, man, come on.
Yeah.
Everyone has played the Angry Birds. We still play them, by the way.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
And how do you think AI will affect the gaming industry?
I mean, gaming industry always is using AI and let's say new technology before pretty much anyone else. And I mean, already when I was at Rovio, I mean, I left already like 2016, once we got the first movie out. But I mean, we were using a lot of AI everywhere. And I mean, for example, like in the back end predicting, player churn, and also optimizing advertising, doing all kinds of things. And of course AI wasn't like talk of the town like all the time, and of course there's also all the, if you look at any game, there's lots of AI, all the kind of like the non-playable characters and like all of these things. I mean, there's so much AI in games, and always, but I mean, yeah, pretty much always we've had had AI in games. So I think that what we see now, of course, is that there's a lot of, with this whole Gen AI, that you can also generate. You can generate games now. Like that's one thing that also and worlds and everything. And there's some very exciting projects around that. I think also content generation cost is going down like a lot, so we can create bigger and better games. And I think that maybe the only thing there and what is the most important thing, of course, in gaming is that we have to make great games. And I think that what always tends to happen is that there's new technology, and then people get carried away by the technology, and you start making things for technology's sake. And I think that we've seen, like, if you look at like crypto and like a lot of these that where just because you can make a game using some new technology
doesn't mean the game is going to be fascinating. Huh?
Exactly. Yeah, and then I think that we've seen many of these, and also I think VR is like one of these like examples where okay, now people have realized, okay, maybe it's not happening or not foreseeable future in a big way. And I think that many people got carried away, and then it's like, okay, this is the year of VR, and like, okay, and you have amazing demos. And I mean, of course, if you use kind of like, the Apple Vision Plus and like all of that, of course, yes, it's a great experience, but do we see people wearing those like
you
on a daily
commercialize
basis?
it? No.
Exactly.
One last question, if I may.
Yeah.
You have an event, as you said, Slush.
Yep.
Now you are in Panathēnea. How do you see Panathēnea?
And I really expect this to become, like the biggest and best event here in the region, maybe in the world. So I mean, that should be the ambition. Yeah. And I think that it's all about putting young people in charge, and that is also like the whole idea with Slush, that you join Slush as a volunteer a year, 2, 3 years, and then you learn how to build the biggest and best startup event, and then you go out and you build the biggest and best startups, and we have many examples of that happening. So I expect to see many fantastic companies coming out of the event, and I think that this is just as I would say, like, it's a good start. It's actually really good start, but it's only the beginning, and I think that we will see massive impact on kind of like all of Greece and the region, and it's exactly what we needed to do in Finland, to really get the startup ecosystem going and all that. And you have fantastic talent here in Greece. Also, you have a lot of like fantastic Greek talent outside of Greece. So I think that this is a great opportunity now to give this fantastic talent opportunity to shine and to create great things here in Greece. So I think that this is what the Panathēnea event is all about, and I love what I see here. So I think that we can expect great things.
Thank you for your time, Peter. Thank you. Thank you a lot.
Thank you.
We're very happy to have you here, Thomas. Let's start off. A couple of things about yourself, please.
Yeah, sure. So I'm Thomas Wolf. I'm French. I'm the co-founder and chief science of Hugging Face. So Hugging Face is a US-based AI platform. You have two options nowadays if you want to use AI. You can either go through a provider like OpenAI, Anthropic, basically that will provide you the models, or you can decide to build it yourself, like a code. Basically, you download the models, you run the model yourself, and you kind of master the whole workflow. If you decide to go the second way, which I call the AI builder way, you will very likely use Hugging Face. So we have about 7 million people using our platform to build AI application. It's a hosting platform where you can find all the models. There are several millions of them. You can download them, host them on your data center, wherever, host them on your smartphone even if you want to work on the edge, and basically build AI application with that to generate text, to generate images, to generate speech.
Fascinating.
It's right.
Impressive. For our fans, if you could please let us know a bit, what does AI mean to you, basically? Start off a bit more basic.
I think AI, and I guess a lot of people start to understand it when they play with ChatGPT, for instance, is gonna be this technology like the internet, which will be everywhere. Just like nowadays, it's quite hard to imagine a business that has no website or no internet presence. I think in 1 or 2 years, it will be very hard to imagine a business that makes zero use of AI. because it's extremely useful for many tasks, to process data, to answer customers, to actually generate images, maybe to do a lot of all these tasks that used to be extremely complex to do or almost impossible for many of them. Now they're so easy to do that it will be embedded everywhere.
What would you say to someone who hesitates to support AI, fearing its risks more than its potential?
It's also a very good, this risk and this fear is normal. It's a technology that changed a lot of things, and it's happening in 1 year, 2 years, right? ChatGPT was out a little bit more than 2 years ago, so that's crazy. And if you remember, right, when the cars, for instance, were in the street, in the beginning they had someone walking with a flag in front of them, right? Because people were really scared that they might be dangerous. I saw yesterday, the first ticketing, the first speed ticket was a 8 miles per hour ticket, because they were only allowed to run at 5 miles per hour. And so when we imagine that, we found this really crazy. But I think it's normal with every technology that's really changing life like that. It's a bit scary. I would say don't be too scared. Just like cars, we're getting used to it. It won't be much more dangerous than any other technology, but play a lot with it. So play with ChatGPT, play with all the AI tools to understand the capabilities, right? Just like with a computer, you have to use it to understand what it can do.
Yeah.
It's the same with AI.
Yeah. If you had to give a single advice to an entrepreneur that's going to start up a business, what would that be? AI related.
Yeah, I think what is really cool with AI is you can take a lot of the business you already see around you and you can reimagine them with AI. So it's actually, the barrier of entry is very low. You can take, any type of now, commonly existing business or problem. And I would say, maybe what I want to say here is you don't have to be a crazy AI scientist working at OpenAI or Hugging Face, to do an AI business. You can be someone very normal. You can even just, because you have all these even website generation tools, you don't even need to code anymore to start a business.
I have a son that is 16 years old and he's getting worried about what to do in the future. How do you think that AI will affect the workforce around us? What are the future-proof jobs?
Yeah, I would say I'm a bit biased, and you may be a bit the same, but I think entrepreneur and building companies will always stay safe.
Slightly biased there.
Slightly biased, for sure.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you a lot, Thomas. Thank you a lot.